1, 2. Welcome, everybody, to 2025 Wave Awards. It's so good to have you here in Fresno. It's a good crowd, but it's Thursday night in Fresno, so I think we're the hottest ticket in town. I'd like to not just welcome you, but also welcome our ACM president, Mike Wassenaar, who is here for our conference. Also the immediate past president, Richard Turner, is here, and any of other former board members or officers, happy to have you here. Thanks to Brian Harley and CMAC and his staff for an incredible day and a half so far. It's great to be here. Brian is going to come up and help distribute the awards this evening with me. And then also with him will be Chris Miller, who is the chair of our Western region. So come on up, guys. Thank you for the entire WAVE committee who has put in so much time here, and the conference committee as a whole, especially JP Montalvo. JP, where are you? He is going to be standing by over here in case you come up and want a picture taken, but you don't have an extra hand, a friend with you or an associate. JP is the guy over there, and he is going to. Oh, we have a photographer right here. Oh, they think of everything. This committee does. Yeah. Thank you very much. Well, it's good to receive, and it's even better to give. But really, this is all about, I'm thinking tonight, about encouragement, with an emphasis on courage. This is about encouraging our youngest to our most veteran staff people to keep pushing and keep doing what they're doing, and then maybe do it a little better because something you saw here tonight maybe inspires you and says, hey, that's a great topic we could do too. So that's kind of my theme tonight. You'll see as we go through these awards, they are given out. Sometimes the categories may seem a little confusing, but we split a lot of them up into the professional producers, those of us who work at these media centers. I'm from Truckee, Tahoe. But we also have our community producers who regularly produce stuff, and then we have a special division for our students, which this is all about encouraging more and more of them to join the fold and to continue doing great work. A little nuts and bolts thing. So if you are announced, and congratulations, well, come up to the stage on my right, your left over here. There's 3 steps up. There's 1 set of steps, so you'll be coming up there. One of these 2 fine gentlemen will help you find your plaque, and you'll be going back down the same steps, so yield to those going uphill. You can have your picture taken here at the banner. There is a box of white boxes over there that the plaques arrived in. If it helps you get yours home unscratched, then take one of those boxes with you. So let's get right into the awards of the evening. They will be announcing the winners on a video screen over here, so you'll turn your attention over there. Feel free to shift your chair around if it's easier to see. There will be in 4 segments, each about 10 or 11 minutes long, so it gives you a little time between segments if you need to refresh your drink or sprint down the hallway. So Ben, if you can hear me in the back, it's time to go with episode 1.
In the category Arts, Culture, and Events, Student Production, the finalists are The Scene Around Us, ECTV Javier Gomez, Walk Your Talk music video. And the WAVE Award goes to ECTV Javier Gomez, El Camino High School at Ventura College, CAPS Media Center.
What impact did the farm workers movement have on the Chicano moratorium?
We were inspired by the words of Cesar Chavez, who was fighting for the rights of farm workers, who in 1965 took to the streets to protest against the inequities of farm workers feeling in the farm fields, that they were asking for better wages, better working conditions, and ending the bad treatment that these workers were receiving from the growers and their supporters of their companies. We joined the movement of Cesar Chavez, who paved the way for us to see that it's all right to protest against the system. It's all right to stand up for your rights as a human being, and for you to make changes in your society. You cannot stay dormant and accept the punishments of the society.
In the category Arts, Entertainment, and Performance, Community Producer, the finalists are The T. Lily Show, Episode 9, Siddhartha, Seeker of Truth, Swan Lake, and the Wave Award goes to Siddhartha, Seeker of Truth, Greg Shepard, Monica Chung, Larry Richardson, and Hoike Community Media Center.
You don't have to wait till the end of the segment. You can come up as soon as you hear your name announced.
In the category Arts, Entertainment, and Performance, Professional Producer, the finalists are the Flores Jazz Group, Artscapes, He Ihu He Pohaku, the Sacramento Gay Men's Chorus, Let's Hear It for the Boys, and the Wave Award goes to the Flores Jazz Group, David Palomares, Chris Luton, Michael Sane, and KGEM Monrovia.
Somewhere there's music, how faint the tune. Somewhere there's heaven, how hot the moon. There is no moon above when love is far away too. Till it comes true that you love me as I love you. Somewhere there's heaven, and it's where you are. Somewhere there's music, how near, how far. The darkest night would shine if you would come to me soon.
In the category Community Event, Community Producer, the finalists are Travel Today with Leia, Oktoberfest, Bloom Where You Are Planted, Master Gardener's Chronicle, Kauai Sota Zen Temple Oban, 2024. And the Wave Award goes to Bloom Where You Are Planted, Master Gardener's Chronicle, Ranjana Mera, Cupertino TV Productions, KMVT 15.
And it started as just this one 25 by 25 plot. It was ground. It looked just like what we're standing on here. It was an interesting endeavor, to be sure. But you know, slowly we got the plants. First one was a year ago. If you see the sign, we have it as phase 1. And that's all it was going to be. It was just one garden. But then after we started researching for the plants, that was really fun, you know, to find things from different countries. And so we decided that we would have a phase 2. And so phase 2 is now also planted. But I have really great team members. And they says, well, we should have a third one. So we actually have a phase 3 as well.
In the category Community Event Professional Producer, the finalists are Canyon Park Restoration Groundbreaking, LA Aloha Ho'olu Lahaina Unity Gathering, Culture Corner, The Smoke and Fire Run. And the Wave Award goes to LA Aloha Ho'olu Lahaina Unity Gathering, Akaku Maui Community
Thousands are
Center.
still displaced without permanent places to live. And this Unity March is designed to bring us all together to see what we can do to help those in need. So we're watching the very beginning of the Unity March, and they are currently at the Lahaina Bypass, and the march begins. We've got quite a few people from what we're seeing, and there will be more joining us at different locations throughout the morning and afternoon as well.
Hi, I'm Jay April. I'm the CEO of Akaku, and next to me is Archie Kalepa. I don't think he needs an introduction. I think you've seen him around. He's central to the recovery in Lahaina. Archie, thanks for coming today.
Aloha, thank you for having me.
In the category Community Issues, Community Producer, the finalists are West Valley Community Services, A Beacon of Hope, In the Shadow of Giants, Cat Rescue, Tales of Compassion. And the Wave Award goes to In the Shadow of Giants, Evan Christensen, Matthew Spock, CMAC, Fresno Clovis.
All your water is gone, and so your seedlings die. Sequoias are beautiful, wonderful, ancient trees, but they cannot live by themselves. They live in small groves because the thing I said about the subsurface moisture getting too excessive is they all have to live on springs and moisture that's very close to the surface because their roots are only 4 to 6 feet deep, but they go out for acres. The Trail of 100 Giants is in Tulare County, which is a county in the San Joaquin Valley of California.
In the category Community Issues, Professional Producer, the finalists are Kiapuni Aloha no Maui, The Death of Art Hop, The Lahaina Banyan Tree. And the Wave Award goes to The Death of Art Hop, Kyle Lowe, CMAC Fresno Clovis.
When asked what city code the people are violating by having vendors out and about, Miguel Arias was not able to cite a specific code. So we're out here, we want to see how the vibes are and how the protest shapes up.
What do we want, Art Hop? When do we want it now?
We are people, and we deserve respect. I can definitely see a power balance moving to Wednesdays. So we'll check back in when that kicks up.
In the category Culture and Lifestyle, Community Producer, the finalists are Well Read with Justin Chapman, Dance, the Love Language of a Community, Baliko Teiko. And the Wave Award goes to Dance, the Love Language of a Community, Ranjana Mera, Cupertino TV Productions, KMVT 15.
Dance in India has very ancient origins.
The more exercise I can get, the better off I am. And to have an exercise that is so enjoyable. I could do this every day of the week. I could do this for hours every day.
It was time to understand the Indian dance fitness craze. From the regional director of BollyX, Tamara Codner.
I have always been fascinated with Bollywood, the film industry in India. And my fascination peaked when I moved here.
In the category Culture and Lifestyle Professional Producer, the finalists are Arroyo Now, Mount Wilson Observatory, Ventura Land Trust 2024, Mayor's Minutes, Beverly Hills Bookbinding Service. And the Wave Award goes to Arroyo Now, Mount Wilson Observatory, Jasiri Jenkins Glenn, Jeffrey Stanville, and Sharon Huang. Pasadena Media.
Mount Wilson is an observatory that was founded in 1903. There are 5 large telescopes up there, 2 very large stellar telescopes that look at the stars. Other than Galileo's telescope, this is the most important telescope, the 100-inch telescope these discoveries were made on. It's the most important telescope in the history of astronomy. And it's right there on our Mount Wilson, right above Pasadena.
Okay, congratulations to all our winners. We already have a winner with multiple plaques. And I think it's a first for her. So that's terrific. Pardon our pronunciations, those of us on the mainland sometimes butcher some of these titles that come in from our friends in the islands. We certainly respect you and love you, and it's just a challenge. And that was Holly, I believe, from Holly. Is Holly here? Was the voiceover for segment 1. So Holly's from Santa Barbara, and thank you for doing that for us. Also, the programs that are finalists here are all available. If you're a programmer and you see something that might fit in your community on your station, actually that's part of the WAVE agreement that we share this stuff. In fact, we really encourage sharing these programs. So those links are all available, and or we'll get the producers in touch with you to get the proper files downloaded for you. With that, if everybody's ready, let's get right into segment 2 of the 2025 WAVE Awards. Go ahead, Ben.
In the category Documentary Professional Producer, the finalists are Passages, a Video Memoir, Sierra Odyssey, Orland Bartholomew's Historic Winter Adventure in the Sierra Nevada Mountains, and Dorothy's Way. And the WAVE Award goes to Dorothy's Way, David Flores, Berkeley Community Media.
Oh, imagine driving down the street in any town, in any city, in any state, and seeing, somebody sitting at the bus stop with bags, clearly homeless, maybe haven't taken a shower in a while, and the impression that you might get if you put any thought into it at all. The reality is that that person likely has been homeless for multiple years.
In a pretty short time frame, in a 5 or 6 year window, the number of people who have become homeless in the United States across the country has increased by about 5 or 6%. Now we're seeing that that rate of increase is substantially higher on the West Coast, in Oregon, Washington, and in California, and we're also seeing this trend also into the Southwest. And it's particularly acute in California and in the Bay Area.
In the category Educational Access, Community Producer, the finalists are Monrovia, 3rd Grade City Tours, and School Board Election Districting 2024. And the WAVE is awarded to School Board Election Districting 2024. Chris Luce, David Palomares, Chris Luton, Michael Singh, Community Media of the Foothills.
0 have 1. So a school district like us has to look at, are we going to spend money on attorney's fees and fight this? Or are we going to use those dollars for education, which is what we've been charged to do?
So this has been happening since 2002.
Yeah, slowly, but surely, very slowly.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Throughout California, not here in Monrovia.
Uh-huh.
That's been more recent.
So why did it take 22 years to finally arrive here? And it seems like now it's happening like super fast. So it's like 2002, we're here 2024, and now this all has to happen immediately?
Yeah. Good question.
It is a good question. This is something that we would have preferred to have a longer span of time.
In the category Educational Access Professional Producer, the finalists are Carol on Creativity, Revisited, Episode 1, Esther Lindstrom, Elementary Science Lab, and Island Storybook, Episode 1, Francis Kakagawa. And the Wave Award goes to Esther Lindstrom Elementary Science Lab, Steve Polidoros, City of Lakewood, City TV.
Ray Hedgepeth is like a positively charged particle, making the students in his orbit excited about science, one electron at a time.
All right, you guys ready to do some science? Yes! Okay.
Being here just gives me like a good vibe.
Hedgepeth, who started teaching in 1999, lives, breathes, and at times, sings about science. After a 2-decade decline in student enrollment statewide, classrooms at Esther Lindstrom Elementary School could have sat vacant.
It's just something about his teaching just makes it fun.
The way he teaches really helps me learn more about science.
Whether it's explaining the physics of a volcanic eruption or describing the reaction of dry ice in a liquid, Hedgepeth and the Lindstrom leadership team recognize that long-term elementary school science increases reading scores, which is what every school district in the nation is striving for. For City TV, this is Nora Novak.
In the experimental category, all producers, the finalists are Art in the Park 2024 Promo, Your New Odyssey, An Inward Journey to Imagination, and Sopwith Gamble. And the Wave Award goes to Your New Odyssey, An Inward Journey to Imagination. Veronica Vargas, Pasadena Media.
Hiya, I'm Veronica, and this is Your New Odyssey. And welcome to the Shabu Artist Studio. This is a very special place and a very special half hour for just you and me to explore your imagination and then expand your imagination. Why? Because the more imaginative you become, by default, the more creative you become.
When you look down, you are looking at a small portion of what's around you, which is why when we feel stuck, we tend to look down, because there is a belief that our options are limited. A quick and easy way to change that perspective is to look up.
In the category Government Access, Professional Producer, the finalists are 2024 Akaku Maui Primary Election Broadcast, Election Preview, 2024 Primary, Contra Costa Supervisor, District 5, and Pasadena Public Library celebrating 140 years. And the Wave Award goes to 2024 Akaku Maui Primary Election Broadcast, Kat Tracy, Akaku Maui Community Media.
You introduced, I think, about 30 bills this legislative session, but only one on fraudulent fundraising.
Cammie, I know you've got questions for both of our guests.
Let's start with Hannah. You've been with the Hawaii Wildlife Fund since 3 decades, I guess, but you've seen nothing like the fire.
In the category Live Format, Professional Producer, the finalists are Lake Tahoe Summit 2024, Kapuni Aloha no Maui, Embrace Beloved Maui, A Vigil, and Vigil for World Peace 2023. And the wave is awarded to Kapuni Aloha no Maui, Embrace Beloved Maui, A Vigil, Hawaii Executive Collaborative Akaku Maui Community Media, Olelo Community Media, Maleo TV, and Hoike Kauai Community Television.
On behalf of our grateful community, I offer our humble and heartfelt mahalo nui loa for the kokua and ka ko'o from across our beloved Pai'aina o Hawaii, our nation, and the world.
In the category Live Format or Sports, Student Producer, the wave goes to CMAC High School Football, Edison High School, and CMAC Fresno Clovis.
Edison High Tigers play host to the Justin Garza Guardians. What the snap count was. A quick pass, intercepted, and he's got plenty of running room. To the 30, now he's caught from behind and driven out of bounds at the 25. Pass was off of a receiver, a defender, and intercepted. Let's take another look at it.
That was Bridell Ariello, and he had the wide open field, but the
Vasquez,
Tigers' speed was able to avoid a disaster.
Bridell Ariello coming up with it.
3 angles on that replay. Did you notice?
In the category Magazine Show, Professional Producer, the finalists are Recaps, It's Feast or Flop with Chef Adam Hart, Community Digest 2024, and What's Up Pasadena, June 2024. And the Wave Award goes to What's Up Pasadena, June 2024, Bobby Ferguson, Angela Harrer, George Filardo, Pasadena Media.
Welcome to What's Up Pasadena. On this episode, we take a frightful tour through Heritage Square Museum for the spooky swap meet. We share some sunshine with four-legged friends at Wiggle Waggle Walk. We ooh and ah over stunning vintage and contemporary Ferraris on Colorado Boulevard. We practice elegance and poise at the afternoon tea at the Langham Huntington. And we capture the joy of summertime fun at Kids Space Campout.
Okay, that concludes segment 2. At the head of that segment, the honoree was, let's hold that third segment. The honoree was Dorothy's Way from David Flores, Berkeley Community Theater, or Berkeley Community Media. David's not here this weekend. He would be, but he and his wife just had a child this week, and it's a boy. So, David, if you're watching at home on the stream, congratulations. We wish you were here, but, well, you've got more important things to do. And good luck getting some sleep. Okay, now we can get to that segment 3, Ben, if you're ready.
In the category Narrative Film, Short or Feature, Community Producer, the finalists are Moments of Truth, Granny Cow's Beauty Salon, and The Story of the Dreamland Fairy. And the Wave Award goes to Moments of Truth, Juan Herrera, Jason Wada, CMAC, Fresno Clovis.
Look, man, why should I commit, man? Things are good right now, you know?
Maybe you're right.
I mean, we've been friends for a long time, and I don't think a ring's gonna change anything.
What the fuck? Why are you smiling? You're gonna propose to Emily. Not, I changed my mind. Why? She's great. You don't even like Emily. I know, yeah, she gets on my nerves sometimes, and sometimes I want to choke her with my bare hands. But you like her.
In the category Narrative Film, Short or Feature Professional Producer, the finalists are Becoming Zombie and Road War. And the wave is awarded to Becoming Zombie, Dana Walker, Access Sacramento.
More and more residents are slowly, but surely, turning into erratic, ravaging, zombie-like monsters. Here to talk to us about symptoms is Dr. Lisa Komori, head of the Sutter Institute of Medical Research. Doctor, what kind of signs should we...
You won't believe what just happened to me.
What the hell, Abby? You really gotta slow down on the Tequila Tuesdays.
No. I mean, Tequila Tuesdays, yeah. But then, I was attacked.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this guy came out of nowhere. He was totally trashed. He reeked of like some kind of dead animal.
Oh my god. Abby, your arm.
I know, it'll probably leave like a nasty scar.
Are you okay? Should we file a report or something?
That sounds like a pain.
In the category Narrative Film, Short or Feature Student, the finalists are The Edge of Forever and CAPS Media Digital Storytelling. And the Wave Award goes to The Edge of Forever, Riley Gentz, Miles Mellon, The Jolly Goodfellas, CMAC Fresno Clovis.
First, we play it quietly. Sneak in using my patented Invisiblanket. Frankie, you'd be the distraction as I sneak through undetected. Then, Jesse would hack into the doors of the CEO's office so I can get inside. I get the goods and...
No, that's a stupid idea. I've got a better one.
What?
I say we play the long con. With my job as an intern already established there, I can earn the CEO's trust, get on my side. Once he has my trust, that's when I'll strike.
In the category News Programming Professional, the finalists are Garden Grove Strawberry Festival and the Hawike Weekly. And the Wave Award goes to the Hawike Weekly, Trisha Allen, Max Richardson, Allegra Gaines, Hawike Community Media.
A large brush fire broke out between Hanapepe Heights and Kaumakani. Residents in Kaumakani were told to evacuate. Power lines that connected Westside residents to electricity were de-energized, and Kaumaoli'i Highway was closed down completely while emergency crews tried to contain the 1,000-acre fire. At 9:30 p.m., the fire was 60% contained and one lane of Kaumaoli'i was opened. Traffic was severely backed up for hours as a result, with delays lasting from Lele Road in Hanapepe to the Waimea River. At 11:55 p.m., the brush fire was 100% contained and the evacuation notice for Kaumakani was lifted. Despite reports from Coconut Wireless that several buildings burned down, only one structure, a shed that was not attached to any other structures, fell victim to the blaze, although the fire did come dangerously close.
In the category News Documentary Magazine Show Community Producer, the finalists are Papa Joe and the Redeemed Riders, Beyond Books, San Jose Public Library, and Humboldt Outdoors, Jolly Giant Creek. And the Wave is awarded to Humboldt Outdoors, Jolly Giant Creek, Ray Olson, Moonlight Macumber, Jake Stahl, and Access Humboldt.
Welcome back to our continuing expedition to follow the Jolly Giant Creek from its headwaters all the way down to Humboldt Bay, a distance of about 4 miles. Right now we're at about the halfway point, and this is where the Arcata Community Forest meets the campus of Cal Poly Humboldt. I'll meet you a short ways downstream. So in part one, we had a lovely walk along this creek as it went through the Arcata Community Forest. It was a little bit under 2 miles, but when it reaches this point, this creek takes on a completely different character because this is the point where this creek now enters into Arcata's urban environment.
In the category News Documentary Magazine Show Student Producer, the finalists are Women's History Month, Monrovian for Congress, Marianne Lutz, Time to Break the Ice, ECTV, Sean Carswell and Razorcake and Jesse Story. And the wave goes to Time to Break the Ice, CMAC Fresno Clovis.
Likely unlawful.
In the 1990s, our elected city officials were caught illegally taking bribes from developers to alter zoning laws. This gave developers access to land that was originally intended to be used for parks, schools, etc. Instead, this land was used to build profitable developments. Public hearings on zoning issues often were for show, with results predetermined because a bag of money had been delivered to the right elected officials. The public could protest, but $1,000 trumped 1,000 protesting neighbors every time. This began a 6-year-long FBI investigation named Operation Rezone, leading to 16 convictions of Fresno and Clovis City Council members. This corruption led Fresno to develop in an unbalanced way, leaving its residents to live in disrepair. The greed of politicians has caused significant damage to our community. Scandals like this aren't unfamiliar to Fresno.
In the category Program or Channel Promo Professional Producer, the finalists are MVC Innovision Promo, City TV Now in HD Promo, and the Support Community Media Promo. And the Wave Award goes to City TV Now in HD Promo, Kimberly Taylor, City of Lakewood, City TV.
Do you remember when families went from listening to the radio in the living room to sitting in front of the television sets in the living room? Or when you went from black and white TV to color TV? Oh, and when you went from the tube TV to a flat screen TV? Yeah, it's kind of like that. Lakewood City TV, Channel 31, now in HD.
In the category Public Service Announcement Professional Producer, the finalists are Who's at Fault? Stop! Don't Roll! Tuolumne County Library, Books Are Just the Beginning, and Envision Contra Costa. And the wave goes to Who's at Fault? Stop! Don't Roll! Beverly Hills Television.
Please welcome the Prius driver, Ashley Nicely. And from the G-Wagon, Fred Kindman. Let's meet the judge and the jury, the speed and the fury. He's the officer we all love to hate. Officer Justice.
What happened, ma'am? Just the facts.
Well, this man next to me, he did not stop at the stop sign. I did.
You stopped at the limit line?
Yes, sir. Behind the limit line. What's the limit line?
The limit line is the big white line that delineates where cars and bikes should stop behind before proceeding into the intersection.
Well, that's where I stopped. I waited my turn to go, and then I proceeded forward, and out of nowhere, he hit me.
What's your story, cowboy?
That's not what happened, sir.
She's lying to the police?
No, I don't think she's lying. I just disagree with her version of what happened. Okay.
In the category Public Service Announcement Program or Channel Promo Student Producer, the finalists are Be a Lifesaver and Drain Clogness High School PSA. And the Wave Award goes to Be a Lifesaver, Bilaf Latif, Franklin High School, and Access Sacramento.
Making enough noise that my wife came out and found me. Once I stopped breathing, she knew immediately what to do. She knew to start CPR. And she performed CPR on me for probably 2 or 3 minutes. And because of that, because my wife knows CPR, I'm here today. I spent 40 days in the hospital. 40 days apart from my family. I had visitors every day. I just don't remember every day because I was asleep for many of them at the beginning. My life would have ended that morning if it had not been for my wife. When the firefighters came, of course, they continued CPR for a total of 45 minutes. And then they had to shock me to get my heart on the correct rhythm. They had to do it 5 times. For anyone out there who's ever thought of taking CPR training, who's ever considered it, do it. But the person sitting next to you right now, they may need you to be CPR trained.
Don't be a bystander. Be a bystander.
And welcome back. We've got one segment to go. In the meantime, I would like to remind any of our winners, or finalists for that matter, in the House, that the National ATM Awards program put on by the Foundation for the Alliance for Community Media, that's called the Hometown Awards. Those are given out this summer in Boston for this current year. And the deadline to enter is the 10th. That's Monday. Okay, so you still have time this weekend to consider getting your shot in at a hometown award. And again, that, you know, it all goes to help this wonderful organization, this cause that we all believe in. And so, again, it's all about encouragement. You know, encourage your staff. There's nothing better to reward your staff than to go and tell them, hey, we've just entered your program in a national competition because we believe in you. It's a really nice gesture, and I suggest you remember that Monday, because that's coming up very quickly. We've got one more segment here to go. Ben, let's strike it. In the category radio or podcast programming, all producers, the finalists are Hawike Podcast Studio, On the Move Podcast, Bikes and Pasadena, A Historical Perspective, and the Government Speak Podcast, Supervisor John Giola. And the Wave Award goes to the Hawike Podcast Studio, Tricia Allen, Max Richardson, Allegra Gaines, Hawike Kauai Community Media.
We're doing a quick recap of our community meeting here August 21st. We had 2 really big things on our items. The first was we had some complaints about the end of the road at Anini that was brought up by our community. So we brought it on the council agenda. Thank you to Chair Raposo for bringing this up. And to try to address that issue, and had a very robust discussion. And we're looking forward to bringing it back. It was deferred to 2 weeks from now, and have that discussion at committee. And then secondly, we had a guest speaker, Amy from Hawaii Food Bank, and she shared some data about food insecurity in Hawaii, and specifically Kauai, and I'm just gonna turn it over to share a little bit of that information.
Sure, so we just did a report looking at the state of food insecurity across the state. We found that 30% of Hawaii households are food insecure, including 23% of our residents here on Kauai.
In the category sports coverage, professional producer, the finalists are Game of the Week and Mini Pitch Field Opening. And the Wave Award goes to Game of the Week, Will James, Gary Martin, and Access Sacramento.
Well, we've reached week 9 here in the high school football season, and many of the conferences are coming down to a league championship square-off. And that's what we've got tonight on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
In the category talk show, community producer, the finalists are Well Read with Justin Chapman, Conversations with Errol Parker, Episode 16, and the Monroe Review Holiday Special. And the Wave Award goes to the Monroe Review Holiday Special. Donald Monroe and volunteer crew, CMAC Fresno Clovis.
It's too late. We're snowed in.
So what are we gonna do?
I guess we should just go live and see if someone can help us out.
Okay, well, let's fire up the cameras and see who can get us out of here.
Okay, we're live in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hello, everyone. It's Donald Monroe here. It's almost Christmas, but we are trapped in the storm in the CMAC studio. If you have any way you can help us get out of here and make it back to our families in time for Christmas and Santa, please come rescue us.
Hello? Hello? Donald? Donald?
Oh my gosh, it's Aaron Tharp and Melinda Salicido from
How
Center
are
Stage
you?
Clovis.
We heard you needed some rescuing.
Thank you so much. Sit down, sit down.
Yes.
In the category Talk Show Professional Producer, the finalists are Faces of Monrovia, Pasadena Monthly, and Everyday Amazing with Sky Alton. The wave goes to Faces of Monrovia, David Palomares, Chris Luton, Michael Sane, KGEM Monrovia.
Hi everybody, I'm Donna Baker and I am welcoming you to the newest edition of the Faces of Monrovia. I found out how many things we actually have in common, which I was surprised to find out. So we're both from New York. We're both born in New York. I'm from upstate. You're from
Brooklyn.
City.
Mm-hmm.
We also love Jane Goodall, who, I mean, how can you not?
I
right?
have like 6 degrees of separation from her. I've almost met her a few times, and it's
that would be one of my huge exciting things.
She's pretty amazing in what she's done to educate the world about environmental stuff and animals and conservation.
Primates,
and she's done a whole lot.
She's an amazing person. And then we're also map leaders together.
Yes, although you are much earlier than me. I actually only became a map leader a couple of years ago, believe it or not, because it just took a lot of time.
In the category Talk Show, Community Issues, Underserved Voices, Student Producer, the finalists are Fields of Labor and EC Julie Tumamate Sensley Red Dress Day. And the Wave Award goes to Fields of Labor, Honor Cirillo, CMAC Fresno Clovis.
¿Cómo empezaste a trabajar en el campo?
Pues desde que llegué a este país fue lo único que había para mí.
So I was pretty young. My parents started taking me just to, I guess, learn the value of how to get money. And I started going more recently when COVID hit. I was a junior in high school and everything just stopped, so I decided to start going since I didn't have a job. So I decided to go with my parents to the fields and earn some money.
In the category Underserved Voices Professional Producer, the finalists are Screening and Panel Discussion on Dementia, Veterans Voices Military Sexual Trauma, and Access for All Integrating Accessibility, C.J. Jones. And the Wave Award goes to Veterans Voices, Military Sexual Trauma, Contra Costa County Veterans Services Office, Contra Costa Television.
Thanks for tuning in to Veterans Voices. I'm your host, Joshua Zebley, along with my co-host, Aletta Kim. Tonight, we'll be talking about military sexual trauma.
I recently did an interview with a woman who's currently serving in the Army. Will be concealing her identity for that reason.
Show me different women who served who cried because of their sexual trauma. And I didn't think of anything about it, but I'm just like, Dad, I think I'll be all right. It's really unfortunate that my sisters in arms, even though I'm not joined yet, I swear in, have gone through this, and I pray for their healing, but I'll be all right, Dad.
In the category Underserved Voices Community Producer, the finalists are Walapu Uchuhu Butterfly Home Place and Truckee Homeless Town Hall. And the WAVE Award goes to Walapu Uchuhu Butterfly Home Place, Jennifer Robin, Chris Borges, Tyler Phibbs, and CMAC Fresno Clovis.
Walapu Uchutu. We live in a town called Mariposa. Its namesake is the butterfly, and that just goes to show how prevalent these beautiful pollinator creatures and relatives were at the time of settlement.
You used to see hundreds, and whenever you went out someplace, they were always there. And when you don't see them anymore, it starts making me sad.
There used to be a time where you could go down to Wakalmuto, it's what we call the Merced River, just flooded with butterflies.
Pollinators are the insects that do the service of pollinating a plant by visiting one flower and another flower and then transferring pollen and leading to sexual reproduction in the next generation of plants.
Okay, Ben, we can pause it there. There is one more to give out tonight, which we will do in just a minute. We have a best of show. But first, somebody dropped their room key up here. I'm not going to announce which room you're in, but if you can describe the key, we'll have it for you. So check your pockets. And I want to remind you right now to look for the call for entries for the 2026 WAVE Awards. It'll be around Labor Day. And so we hope you are considering one of your current projects for next year's awards program. Now we're going to, we actually haven't handed out a best of show in a couple of years, but if there was ever anything deserving, it's this. If we're here to, one of the criteria for our judges is how a project best represents the vision of community media. And if that vision is about bringing your community together, serving those the neediest among us, those who are hurting, and in this case, it was an entire state that was hurting. Due to the timing of things, it's now been about a year and a half since Lahaina burned. We all know how devastating this is for our communities because, unfortunately, I think we're going to be seeing some videos about Altadena and Pacific's Palisades in the next round. But tonight we are going to reward one of the best collaborative efforts I've ever seen, and it was unanimous here. It tied all the islands together. It took work and all kinds of extra time from 4 different media centers who had to go on 24/7 anyway, but they got together and covered over the period of an entire day a vigil that started at sunrise, went through midday, went to sunset. And for this amazing effort, we've brought up 4 plaques tonight. So it's for the Hawaii Executive Collaborative, they call themselves. These plaques go to Akaku Maui, to Alelo, to Naleo, and to Hoike Kauai for the best of show, the Kipuni Aloha no Maui. Embrace beloved Maui, the vigil. Give them a big round of applause, please. Come on up. I think they rounded up every live view unit, every piece of equipment they possibly could draw together to tie in a broadcast that cut from island to island, from locale to locale, from anchor on one island to an anchor on the other, from a parade to a prayer vigil. There was music involved. There was it was for recognizing those who had lost family members and property and a town and a history, and it was also for the future. It was again, it was something that we need to encourage even more of, working together as a group, not just for our neighbors, but for our communities and for our entire states. And so once again, a big round of applause for our brothers and sisters in the islands. That's going to wrap it up for the 2025 WAVE Awards. Thank you so much for coming, and stay involved.
Finalist certificates?
There are certificates for every finalist, which Laureen Falley has prepared for you, and you can pick those up at the door, is it? They're on the way out. So those of you, every finalist has a certificate. So, and there's more of those white boxes if you need them to ship your plaque home in. Good night. And someone's got...